Welcome back everyone, Grant with Splash Tanks here, and today I'm going to show you how to grow lush, dense aquarium plants fast and easy. So here is the aquarium. First I want to start out by saying there's Chief, my beautiful betta fish. Check out a video of him, me adding him to the tank right here. He's a beautiful little guy. So first I'm going to start by cleaning the tank and emptying some of the water. That just makes it easier to actually get in there without splashing the water all around on the ground and all that good stuff. I'm going to first start by cutting these front plants, the AR Mini or Alternatheria reneki Mini. I know I butchered that name, but that's what that is. But here's what we're going to focus on. This is Rotala rhodofolia orange juice. Now these plants, 1, are beautiful, 2, grow very fast, and 3 are perfect plants to get nice and dense. So what I'm doing first here is I'm cutting towards the base. I leave about 4, 5, 6 inches of the base and I cut the rest of this plant off. So as you can see, I cut it all at the same level and boom, we have a nice thick clump of those. So what I'm gonna do with that thick clump, I'm gonna grab all the pieces I have, all those little strands, put them in order, make sure they're lined up at the bottom, and then I'm gonna cut them again. That's right, again. Why am I cutting them again? Because I wanna make these plants as dense as possible. And by cutting them multiple times, it basically doubles the plant. So right there, I cut them in half, boom. I now have twice as many plants, so that's twice the density. Yeah, that's right, let's go with some scientific words, density, boom. I'm gonna cut them again because there's still more that was too tall, and boom. So basically, I now have 3 times the plants. Do you see that? That's a lot of plant matter right there. So I'll clean up the tank a little bit so I can see what I'm doing better. And here we go, let's get it going. But first, I wanna talk about these little Amano shrimp. These guys are awesome. If you don't have Amano shrimp in your planted aquarium and they're not gonna get eaten by your bigger fish or something, if they're doable, I would definitely recommend. They're keeping this tank perfection. It looks so good, so clean. I've never had a cleaner tank. But all right, let's get back to it. So what I'm gonna start doing, grabbing little clumps, maybe 2, 3, 4 strands of those plants and start planting them in the soil. Sometimes they float back up, but no problem, just grab it, put it back in. If you have fluvial stratum or Amazonia aqua soil, it's very hard to plant. They often float back up, so just keep planting them until they eventually stay. Their roots will grow and then they'll be good. You could always use your other hand too when you're pulling out those tweezers to keep them down in the substrate. Make sure you put them all around, plant them real close to the original plants because that's just gonna give them a nice dense look. As you can see, it's already starting to look denser. Obviously, the more plants you plant right next to the same plant, the denser it's gonna be. So I'm getting all those corners and it's starting to look good. See how they're all roughly the same height too? That'll make it nice when it starts to grow and the next time I cut it. But all right, let's do one last little cleaning, little Chief there. Fill it back up. Oh yeah, I gotta love that water flowing. And here we go. So here's it just a couple hours later when the tank cleaned up just a bit. And as you can see, they look much denser. So what's gonna happen, especially in this CO2 tank, these plants grow like crazy. They'll probably be scraping the surface in a week. Now, see how dense they are? When they grow, they'll be even denser. You do the same thing over and over, and boom, what do you have? Extremely dense plants. It's that easy. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I love how this tank turned out. I can't wait to show you how good these look in about a week. I'm telling you, they will grow in dense, and it's so easy, so convenient. I hope that helped a lot. Grant with Splash Tanks here. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time. And as always, have a good one.